Well, hello. Not the usual match vlog you'd expect. Wanted to talk to you today about a choice I made roughly around the time I was Ollie's age. It's a long time ago now. And that was a choice to start skateboarding. What a choice that was. Many years later, almost 2 decades, that's like 2/3 of my life right there. Skateboarding. I was well into football when I was younger, loved it so much. But there came a time when I found skateboarding. It was a weird story, I guess, probably like most people my age, influenced by the Tony Hawk's games. But I used to see some of the older lads skateboarding around town where I lived, and I thought it was so cool. I always wanted to try it, and I really liked it when I started. I really liked the challenges it created, especially as an individual. It was a lot easier to, I guess, succeed with challenges than it would be as part of a team, I guess. I was quite a shy, anxious young boy. In some ways I still am shy and anxious. So working as a team becomes challenging, you know? It has its own set of challenges. And skateboarding for me was something I just could go and do by myself. I'd spend all day, every day skateboarding, and I committed myself to it fully, like every single day, and it's taught me a lot in life, a lot, like from having perspective, from the simple things such as like stair sets and handrails and benches and things like that become like obstacles for us, whereas to the everyday person it's just a stair set, a handrail, a ledge or something. It's meaningless. But for us skateboarders there's infinite possibilities, and you know, there's so much creativity around what seems to be an inanimate object. It's very different from football. Now, a few years ago, I injured myself pretty badly. I'll play a clip of that, I guess, probably somewhere over the top. I'll let you watch that. Well, as you can see, that was quite a bad injury. It's quite a typical injury for skateboarding. Rolled ankles. I've had many rolled ankles in my life, but none that bruised quite as bad as that. That was something else. It still hurts to this day. I don't really know what I did to it, but I know I did a good job on it, that's for sure. I still struggle to walk properly some days, and it's in constant pain. But shortly after that happened, I actually managed to skateboard. Probably shouldn't have, for a few weeks after that, maybe even a few months, and I felt strong. Like I felt like I could, come back to skateboarding. But then in that same month, I separated my shoulder on the ramp just over there, on the same side. So my right side, I did my ankle, and then separated my shoulder on the same side in the space of like 6 months. And it's just so painful. Every day I have to deal with like pain from skateboarding, and when I think about it at this point in life, like I put my body through so much torture for just fun. Like that's all it really is at the end of the day, and I really wouldn't change that. But having not skateboarded now for like a year or so because of the pain and feeling weak and not really having the confidence, I don't want to injure myself to the point I can't walk, I can't do anything. Like, as much as I love skateboarding, like there's come a time now, after 20 years almost of doing it, that I don't want to have another big injury like that. So it's something I take quite lightly these days. But yeah, it was a big decision for me to start skateboarding. Sometimes now I sit and think about all that I've missed out on, like from Ollie's age onwards really. All I ever did was skateboard. I played football here and there, but never like actual games, you know, just kickabouts between mates or random friendlies here and there. And now at like 31 years old, like I just feel so unfit and unhealthy from not really exercising much over the last few years from the injury. And I don't know, like I wanted to try and play football recently, but I just can't run at all. So it's like, if only I'd have continued to play football when I was younger, I'd have probably still been playing it now, had I not gotten injuries like I have in skateboarding. So I don't know, there's sometimes a lot of, I guess, doubt and anxiety and hesitation about, did I make the right choice to skateboard? And when I look back on my life, I'd never really change it. It's certainly made me who I am as a person, and that tends to be the case with most decisions you make in life. Yeah, it's often quite a big choice, and choices are just the hesitation we make before taking a decision, right? So I guess now I'm pondering over whether I made the right choice, and I can spend the next eternity trying to go over all the data, which would be almost infinite, and the thoughts and worries and doubts and things like that, and it wouldn't really get me anywhere. Like I plan to change my fitness, and that's something that we're going to work here on this YouTube. That will be good. So yeah, choices, certainly important, not something to be taken lightly. Certainly, like on the flip of a coin, sometimes in life I have left big decisions to a coin flip, and it sounds silly, but I guess the thinking behind it is, if the result isn't something you want when you toss the coin, you kind of really know what you should decide anyway at that point. So I don't know, kind of a bit of a tangent there, that's not really important while I set up my skateboard. But yeah, choices, very important. I think, was it Alan Watts that said, and Bruce Lee should be like water, or Alan Watts said like a cloud. Have you ever seen a misshapen cloud? There's a few clouds out today and they don't look misshapen to me. So you can't really spend your time worrying about what could be or what wasn't or what isn't, sort of thing, and you should spend more time, like say, worrying less about things, trying to find that comfort within yourself to not like overthink decisions. That way it becomes a lot easier, but then it's easier said than done a lot of the time, right? You can't just decide to be fit one day, can you, for example? But the choice is to go out every day despite it being a struggle and get some exercise, and that's what part of this is about, skateboarding. I want to share a love of mine. I love it so much, but I also want to try and get fit in the process again. I used to skateboard like all day, every day. I used to go surfing like 10, 12 hours in a day, and I look back on those times and think, I could never do that now. I'd go for half an hour, my shoulder would be in agony, I'd feel sick, I'd want to get out of the water. So things are changing, and choices are part of that. sometimes I do wish I'd have continued to play football, and perhaps that's the choice I can make in the future. It's not too late for me, I guess. I'm still young. I don't feel it because of the skateboarding, but I'm certainly young enough to I don't know, join a seven-a-side or even a walking team if I'm that unfit. But you know, those are the choices I have to make, and again, we'll go through some of those. Choices on this channel, I guess. There's a few videos I have planned coming up, and that'll certainly be getting me out more often to exercise than I have been, and hopefully not fill me full of doubt that I'm going to injure myself to the point I'll never be able to walk again, because that's what I feel at the moment. My ankle is in tatters, but somehow, for some reason, I can't stop skateboarding. It's a love, a passion, something you commit yourself to fully. Like, when I go up and do a trick, in that moment, if I have any doubts, any worries, any anxiety at all, I'll never land that trick. And the same can be said for life and choices. Like, if you fill yourself full of doubts and worries about the decisions that you have to make, then you can only fumble those decisions. And that's true in a lot of things in life. So, I don't know. Skateboarding's taught me a lot, but certainly a lot about having perspective. I guess this is set up, it looks good. I'm gonna put my tool over here. And put you somewhere where I might be able to do a trick. Hopefully this isn't noisy. Whoa, it's gone all funny like. Set you up. What can you see? I can't. It's too bright. That might be a little low. I don't see why it won't turn. I don't mind. That should be fine. Well, see if we can do this. First try after almost a year of not skateboarding. Spin. God. Certainly felt that. God damn it. That hurts. Well, third try's not bad. Not the breath. God. Feels good. Well, let's see if we can do some more tricks, shall we? Got a few ideas. Things I've not done for a while. Maybe something I can try and land. Oh God. 3 tricks, I'm out of breath already. Need to change this. Oh, I don't want to watch this for 5 minutes, do you? Hang on a second. Is that in the right spot? This screen's so small. That looks good. That looks good. Oh. Got to take the hoodie off for this one. Oh, no way. Not what I was trying. That wasn't what I was meant to do. I'm going to do 360. That was cool. Oh, I hit a stick. more commitment. I had it, but I didn't believe it. This one is so easy to doubt myself on. It's not the way I skateboard. It's like using my left foot to do a flip rather than my right, which I can't really do them both either right now. It's from not skating for you. Oh, that was crap. Don't believe in yourself. I knew it before I even got to it. And misses from 3 yards out. I don't want to do 2. Just want 1. I could probably do 2. It's closer than I thought. What? Is that in the right spot? Looks it. This way. You support Bolt? What, Michael Bolt? Right, no more profit balls. I want to eat! Oh my god. It's a workout with myself. Fronts me. Dreaming. Oh my god. I need 5 seconds. Again. Oh, this close. Those are the ones that make you think. Oh. Especially when that's the one afterwards. Like this, look. What the fuck? I'm just not been YouTube enough. Like, if I land it this close, I want 1 million likes. 1 billion kajillion. Oh, it's because bazillion, kajillion is a real number. I want to get to my tail like that. It's good. Back on that one. It's like Skynet. Off it goes. No way. like I'm going to get nowhere near. I don't want to do two, just the one flip. Oh look, catching them flips then. It was just the one flip actually. We're gonna get it. If I've just got that close, I can do it. Oh no! I nearly did the split. Oh, I think this has defeated me today. I'm going to have 3 more goes. And that usually never goes well. It's like when you go surfing. It's like, let's ride the last wave in. I'll get the next wave in. Sit there waiting, and it never comes. I could have just got out when it was easy. Now I'm going to have to put all the effort in. 3 more goes, and if I don't land it, it's not the worst day. I landed the 363rd try, got some exercise, not enough, don't it? I'll tell you what, it's good to be skateboarding again. My ankle feels strong, but that kickflip, I didn't like that kickflip at all. I could handle it on the left one, I didn't hurt that, so that one doing the flicking, not bad. This is the one I usually do my flicking with. It's so sore, so I'll work on that. So. Oh, I can't. You can't count that. Well, that's that. I'm done. Appreciate you watching. If this is something you liked watching, it might happen again. Depends on you guys. So if you did enjoy it, please hit that like button, click the subscribe button, and just do it anyway. We've got some other plans coming, not skateboarding stuff, some football stuff. You might enjoy that more. So hit the subscribe button, why not? You might as well. What else are you going to do? Got fuck all to do all summer, ain't you? No football on. Might as well watch us. See you later, mate.